Good morning. My name is Yulduz Kurbanova. I am from Bukhara State Pedagogical Institution, and today I am going to give you information about grammar translation method. We know teaching methods are important in teaching process because without methods we cannot create an effective classroom. And the grammar translation method is considered one of the effective methods of teaching English, and let's have a look at its background. First of all, let's see the definition. Grammar translation method is a method of foreign or second language teaching which makes use of translation and grammar study as the main teaching and learning activities. And from this definition, you may see that grammar translation method is something connected with grammar and translation at the same time. And the history of this method dates back to Erasmus, and it was firstly used to teach Latin and Greek in 19th centuries. Of this method was to help the students to read and appreciate foreign language literature, because literature means the reading materials. And the traditional method of second language teaching in school, like grammar translation method, is considered as a traditional method. And here you may see the most common language teaching methods. And here the classroom is more teacher-centered compared to the rather than to the student-centered classroom. And the main focus is on literacy development, because the students or learners will be going to read the extract or a reading material. Maybe it is a part of a piece of literary work or a brief information about something. Anyway, it's a reading material. Well, the original purposes of traditional the grammar translation method is to help the students to read and understand the foreign language literature, and by this way students can be aware of the foreign language grammar and vocabulary structure, and furthermore they may practice their reading skills. And it is helpful for mental exercise, because there are some techniques in grammar translation methods that we can use for their mental development, like finding out maybe past tense forms, or finding out or underlying the words that are related to some specific topic, let's say. These can be the techniques of grammar translation methods that can help to the learner's mental development. The next part, the key features of grammar translation method. Here the classes are taught in their first native language, because here spoken language or speaking skill is less emphasized. The main focus is on reading or maybe somehow writing, but speaking is not the main skill. And here much vocabulary is taught in the form of list of isolated words, like it is, as I have mentioned above, it is a traditional method, and the students write down the words and they learn them in an isolated way. Grammar provides the rules for putting words together, and instruction often focus on the form and inflection of words. Reading of difficult classical text is begun early, and little attention is paid to the context or content of text, which are treated as exercise in grammatical analysis. Advantages of this grammar translation method is it is easy for the teachers to use because it doesn't demand the students as a teacher to use the English language to conduct the lesson because as I have mentioned, speaking is not important in this method, and the students only use the textbook, and it is not necessary for the teacher to bring the classroom from the other sources. The materials are already ready, here students learn the new language without contact with native speakers. It means that they may read the text, and by this way they can analyze the meaning and may conclude about the culture maybe or the way of thinking of English people. And in addition with the vocabulary learning and reading skills. But the disadvantages are like that. Students' comprehension is very low or weak, we can say, because they only read the text in order to translate word by word, and by this way we may say that they have a lack of comprehension, and it is like there are some texts that you may see the words but there is no connection between them, and grammar translation method is like that. If you translate the word by word, not always it becomes a clear passage, because there are some rules that we should follow during the translation process. Students do not learn to read, and extensive memorization or very little student-teacher and student-student interaction, because they are always reading and ideas or share their ideas. Also there are some advantages, also there are some disadvantages of grammar translation method. We can apply this method and some examples of this method, like in some techniques in our lessons, because they can be helpful for the beginner level learners, because they should enrich their vocabulary for the first time, and in order to develop their other skills like speaking or writing or reading as well. And that's why I think grammar translation method can be applied in our classroom partly. Not always we can use this method like from the beginning till the end, but we may use during the lesson. Maybe 5 minutes or 20 minutes according to the time span of our lesson. And this was the information that I would like to share, and I would be happy if this information has been useful for you, and if you write down or ask your questions in the comment, I would be very happy. And please share your ideas about the next lessons. What do you want to learn? Thank you for your attention. Have a good day.